Tia, let's go back a few years to a movie called Aloha Summer with Chris Makepeace.
That's right.
Yeah, now, what did you think of that early movie experience, your introduction to filmmaking?
Well, it was really funny. I had just graduated from high school, and I had always wanted to be a singer. That's what I wanted to do. And I was in the checkout stand buying something like ground beef or something, standing there in the checkout line, and producer's mother and father approached me. Said, darling, you're gorgeous. You should see my son. He's doing a movie here. And that's how I got my first role. No previous experience. Got my Screen Actors Guild card before I knew what it was. Through Aloha Summer. And with that, I moved to Los Angeles, got an agent, and was on my way. I was very, very lucky.
Were you pretty intimidated by that first filming?
Very. But one thing that was really nice is the director was very sweet. He said, just make pretend. That's the whole secret behind it. And basically, I was playing myself, a shy local Hawaiian girl that falls for this Caucasian Casanova. And I it was pretty much myself, and just walked and talked as best I could.
Now, you were in a male bonding movie with Don Johnson, Mickey Rourke, Harley Davidson, and the Marlboro Man. Now, when you're in a male bonding film, is it kind of difficult for a female actress? Do you feel kind of more of the background action in a film like that?
In that particular movie, yeah, that's pretty much what I was in that film. I had great wardrobe, though. But you know, you take these steps to build up to films like Rising Sun and Wayne's World, yeah. And you hope that you get projects where you get to really sink your teeth into them.
Okay. And one last old movie question. With Wayne's World, when you did that, did you have any inkling of how successful it would be?
I don't think anybody had any inkling of how successful it would be. I know that when I read the script, I laughed out loud. I thought it was hilarious. But I wasn't sure if everybody was going to get it, and I don't think anybody else quite knew until it came together at that first big screening, which was, I guess, the premiere screening, and people laughed from beginning to end, and that's when we knew that it was going to be successful.
When that came out, did you have to be careful about the type of roles you accepted after that film came out? I mean, were you a little bit wary about what you wanted to do next?
I think you're always watching to see what you do, and everybody's got their own lines drawn for what sort of projects they want to do. But that's one of the reasons why I was so excited when I heard about Rising Sun. I thought this would be the perfect other side that I'd like to show after being the babe in the red spandex dress, to be the cerebral, intelligent jingo.
Working with Sean Connery, I mean, I have to admit that just about everybody in the press corps is really in awe and intimidated by the whole thing. How did you feel working with him? Were you in awe at first?
Oh, I'm still in awe. I think he's incredible. He's one of the most charismatic, dynamic actors that there are. And one thing that I was glad, I got to sing for him at the American Cinematheque Awards. I sang Goldfinger for Mr. Goldfinger himself, and I got to meet he and his wife on less tense circumstances. So when I went to the set, we had a little bit of something to talk about, and that made it a little easier. But he's still Sean Connery, and he's incredible.
You know, every movie when it comes out, it seems there's an angle in covering it. In this movie, people are talking about it being a Japan-bashing film. I don't think that, but you know, a lot of the advanced hype is going to be that way. Do any of the actors on the movie have any reservations about that, or what are their feelings about that attitude? I
think there were those concerns when they read the book, but I think in the film, Philip Kaufman balanced it out very nicely and made sure that there were positive and negatives, and the bottom line was that we should learn and communicate and understand, as opposed to creating an evil empire that would take us over.
I've always had a fascination with how American films are received overseas. Have you ever been surprised in the films you've done, in the reactions you've gotten from foreign audiences?
Well, it's always bizarre when you see your voice dubbed in German or French or Spanish, and I was quite amazed how they marketed this film overseas, as far as creating little dictionaries of Wayne speak, so that there was some sort of correlation between some of their slang in foreign languages and Wayne speak. It's very smart.